everybody, this is Achilles from Suncord Audiolab Greece once again, and today we're going to proceed to the second part of do-it-yourself mid-side processing. This time I will be revealing my very personal way of routing a mid-side matrix. This one is going to be a little bit more complicated than the first video, so if you didn't watch that one first, go watch it now. Let's start. Let's start by listening the stereo track. It's from my band called Katavasia. Alright, let's start working on the mid-side processing system, on the matrix. First thing you wanna do is create a stereo bus. Imagine this like a hardware box. Anything you wanna mid-side process, you're going to send here. And let's call this one MS processor in. This way, any channel you want a mid-side process, you just go to its output and send it to the mid-side processor in. Another thing you should do is go to the output of the MS processor and just choose no bus, alright? Let's color it as well, a nice blue one. And next step should be creating the mid channel. That's the easy one. This is the mono mixdown. So what we should do is add a bus, one more, a mono bus this time, a mono group. Alright, create it, and let's just call this one mid. Alright, this will be the mono mixdown. Now let's go back to the MS processor in channel. What we should do now is send the MS processor input to the mid mono bus channel. So we're going here to the send section and choose mid post fader. Now what we just did is we sent the left and right channel to a mono bus. That means that left and right are now summed L plus R. This means all out of phase information between the two channels are cancelled. This is a mono mixdown and we're done with mid. Alright? Next step is working to create the side channel. So what is side? It's L minus R. So let's create two mono buses, two mono groups. One of them we're going to call L, and the other one we're going to call minus R. And we're done. Now let's go back to the MS processor, and we have to send the signal to the L bus, post fader, and minus R bus. That's not enough though. We actually have to send the left channel to the L bus and the right channel to minus R bus. To do this, go to the edit settings of the channel, go here are the destination, the sends, and here are the panning settings. This means we can pan and send the left channel to the L bus, alright, and we can pan and send the right channel to the minus R bus. Alright, close this one and go to the minus R bus. Minus means you have to reverse phase. In order to subtract right from left, you have to reverse phase of right. Alright, and now if we sum these two channels in a new mono group, in a new mono bus, this means we're going to take their difference back. So let's call this new mono group S, and the output of left should go to S and the output of minus R should go to S. And we're done with side. Side is the summing of L and minus R. Alright, this is it, L minus R. Now to complete the matrix, the routing, we have to route S to the left and to the right, but right side should be reversed. Alright, so we should create two mono buses again. Right click, add group track, two mono tracks. Alright, first one should be called S pan left. And second one, minus S, because we're going to reverse phase, pan right. Now, let's go back to S. Remember, no bus on the output. Go to the send panel and send to S pan left and minus S pan right as well. Use post fader. At this point, using the post fader sense is important. Here it is, the symbol orange, because we're going to reduce by 6 decibels the fader of S channel, and using the post fader send it means that both S and minus S will receive signal reduced by 6 decibels, alright? This step is not that important, you can actually rebalance mid and side correctly afterwards, but you know, let's do this right. Now we just need to do what the name of the track suggests. Pan full left and go to minus S and pan full right. Now, the name is minus S, so again go to phase and reverse it. Final step, we just have to output those two channels to a new bus, a stereo bus that we simply name side with capital letters. Now don't worry, we're actually done, the matrix is complete, but I just really like to have everything well organized, so mid and side, this is our two processing paths. I'd like to send those two to a new bus, stereo bus, and call this one MS processor out. So it's like a hardware. MS processor in is the input of our box, and MS processor out is the output of our box. Alright? For instance, this is the track we're working with. The output goes to the MS processor in, which is the input of our processing box, processing system. Then you have all these channels to work with, and then the box ends with the output, which goes to the master bus. Now, mid and side groups are the important ones. Let's color them. Let's go for a red one in mid, and maybe go for a yellow one in side. Now we can open up the visibility menu and we can hide whatever we think it's not important. L minus R, S, S pan left, S pan right. We don't need to see all those. We don't need to see the matrix. You can even hide MS processor in and out. Everything is clean, organized. Just two channels visible. One for processing mid and one for processing side. Right. Now let's just create a duplicate of our stereo track. Let's call this one reference. Let's output this to the master channel. We're now listening to the output of our box, of the mid-side box. And now we can actually compare the MS matrix with our reference to see if we did everything correct. Great, they sound the same, but remember, you can always confirm everything. You can open up one of the two channels, one of the two signals, reverse phase, and if they cancel each other out, then they are completely the same. Voila! No sound. Reference with reversed phase and MS matrix output cancel each other out, so it is confirmed, it is proved, I did everything correct. Now let's get rid of the reference track, we don't need it anymore. Let's just do a rough mastering here. That way you can see the workflow. Let's open up the MS out. When I'm demonstrating, I always like to use the simple things, stock plugins. In my tutorials, I like to use the essential stuff, the very basic. I don't like to use any fancy stuff. So let's start a little bit of processing in the mid channel. Let's start with something very basic. Let's use this very basic vintage compressor by Steinberg, which simulates something like a FET compressor. Let's use fast attack, very fast release, punch, high ratio, and maybe go with a mix knob for parallel compression. Alright, I think that's enough with the compression for now. We should go back to the equalizer and add some low end, around 75 Hz. Maybe cut out some presence in the mid channel. Now what I love about the Cubase equalizer is that I can work on two channels at the same time. For example, mid and side. So this window now, I have both of the channels. I can work on the same time in mid and side. Mid will be blue, side will be orange. And I can also see simultaneously the frequency analyzers of both channels, which is very handy. Now let's say, for example, you want to get rid of all low frequency phasing issues. You just go to the side channel. Just cut out all low frequencies, maybe boost a little bit of presence and widen up image with the guitars. Maybe widen up some cymbals. Maybe try a tube compressor on the side channel. We can always also rebalance the two channels. Maybe hit the compressor here even harder. Boost 6 decibels. Becomes even more punchier. Alright, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it, you learned something. If you want to, I can send you a template of my Cubase project. Just send me a personal message in my website or in my YouTube channel and I will send you a template. If you found this video useful, I would really appreciate if you subscribed, liked the video or shared it. That's it for now. See you next time. Cheers.